Hi partakers, another week is here and another chance for us to have this particular show, which is the Your Take Show, right here on Magic One TV. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Amanda. Welcome to the show. So, on this week's episode of the Your Take, we are looking at beans and what's the good side to beans, but also what's the bad side to beans. It's very good to equip ourselves with knowledge, so we need to know the good and the bad. So, for the good side of beans, beans are a very good source of fiber. Beans are a very good source of iron. Now, iron is really great to make sure you have enough blood volumes. Fiber is really awesome also to make sure that you are running away from constipation. And beans are also a great way to make sure that you have good source of protein in your body. So yes, to build your body muscles, yes, to build, to make up your hair, to make up your nails, beans also make a big factor for that. But what's the bad side of beans? Now, we all know beans can come with bloating, give you so much stomach gas and make you very uncomfortable. We all know also that beans can come with heartburn for some people. Some people will complain about the heartburn when they eat beans and others will be perfectly fine. So that's a risk that you might want to check when you're eating beans. Now, one other thing that we should also be aware of with beans is for some people also you might suffer from constipation if you eat so much of beans. That's why on this show we say don't have too much of any one food. Alternate all our foods and make the best of each different individual food. One way that you can use beans is, I know we use them as a sauce quite often here in Uganda especially, but you can use beans to actually make a salad. So have some few beans thrown into your salad once they have been boiled and you'll have a perfect blend or a different type of salad that you can taste. One also interesting thing about beans is, I do love beans, especially the fresh ones, because their taste is very rich when you use the right natural flavorings for them. But one interesting thing is for fresh beans, you'll find that they give you a lot more fiber as compared to dry beans, because we have two types. We have the fresh beans, but we also have the dry beans. So fresh beans will give you a lot of fiber embedded in them. But for dry beans, you'll get a lot more iron as compared to the fresh beans. So that's why we say, try different styles here and there. Today have fresh beans, the other time have dry beans. It's really important that we alternate because there's so much benefits to get from different individual foods. How about now we head on into our discussion room. Let's hear what you guys are talking about. Let's hear what you're asking about. And then let's see the lessons that we can learn from the very important questions that you are asking. Firstly, Fatuma is asking us, does eating bread and rice also add onto my weight? Well, for every food can actually help add onto your weight if you're not using it the right way. Now, especially for bread and rice, there are healthier versions and also those that are not so healthy, actually for every type of food. So let's look into bread. When we look at bread, there is brown bread and then there is the white bread. And then there is what we supposedly think is brown bread, but is chocolate bread, something like that. So, or cake bread, I've seen cake bread as well. Now, of all those types, we have one that is more healthy, and that is the brown bread. If you have more of brown bread as opposed to white bread, then you might be actually helping to actually lose weight rather than gain weight. Even for rice, we have different categories of rice. We have white rice, we have brown rice, and we also have black rice. So if you look for the healthiest possible option, that would be the black rice, as opposed to having white rice, which does not really benefit you much, aside giving you a lot more calories. So when you're trying to lose weight, let's look at the healthier versions of every kind of food. Like we have just talked about beans, most times if you're looking for fiber, always focus on fresh beans. But once in a while, chip in your dry beans so you can have more iron content. So in this particular case, look out for brown bread and black or brown rice. The second person featuring in our discussion room this week is King Daddy, HTCUG. And he was saying, when I sit for long, when it comes to standing up, I feel dizzy. Now, we have a problem of we want to take things so quickly. You know, even when we've just woken up, you want to come right from the lying position you've been in and then head straight into standing without even getting any gradual phases or phase movements before you stand up. So even when we are trying to get up, we shouldn't just get up all at once, you know. Take it easy and have gradual movements. When you feel, for example, if you were maybe sitting on a low position on a couch in your sitting room, you wouldn't want to just stand up abruptly and then head on moving, because even your body starts to get confused at that point, and that's what might be making you feel you know, dizzy or pain or any discomfort that you're feeling. So once you are seated down, you know, maybe get yourself to move a little bit further so that your body registers that, you know what, it's time to get up now, and then get up. Same thing for when you're sleeping. Don't just rise up, you know, really quickly. Please do give yourself gradual movements to where you want to go to. So that's one tip that we could use, and that might actually help you. If that is not helpful, then you might want to just get yourself checked at the health center, see if there's anything else that might be causing that dizzy feeling. Okay, let's head into our third question. The third question is coming in from very many people, and this is a very lovely question. I'm happy people are asking it. They're asking, how should I eat to boost my immunity? So people have understood that, you know what, your immunity is your forefront. It's what fights for you before anything else. So there's so many people, like we said, who are asking this, some of whom are Sky and Rukundo Emmanuel. One tip that I think we could learn from boosting immunity is just look out for bright colored foods. If your plate is not colorful when you're eating, then you're not boosting your immunity. If your drink is not colorful, you might not be boosting your immunity. Even your water, in your water you can add bright colored vegetables and fruits or herbs in there just to give you an extra benefit of enhancing your immunity. So with boosting immunity, this is one basic principle. Look out for bright colored foods. So purple cabbage, yellow oranges or orange oranges, yellow pineapple, you know, yellow green bell peppers, green peppers as well. Just look out for color. Color and immunity are twins. So we're going now into our fourth question. This is also coming in from very many people, including Grace, and this is a very hard one to pronounce. Nsekuyef asking, help me with skin healthy tips. Well, I'm not a cosmetologist or a dermatologist, but definitely your food is a very big factor for helping you get great skin. Now food, yes, we use it orally, we eat it, we drink it, but food can also be used topically. And my friends, when we're looking out to taking care of our skins, let's remember that less is always more. When you use so much on your skin, you actually spoil it. So even in terms of cosmetics, you don't need to have so much. I'm not saying don't do your makeup. You know, makeup is a principle, individual principle for each one of us. But you don't have to use so much in there. Even when you use makeup, please alternate and use a bit of natural different things in your makeup routines, like aloe vera, which can make a great foundation or base for you, so that you are not adding too much of artificial elements on your skin. So even when it comes to, you know, your food, less is more again. So look at single ingredient foods. You don't have to have burgers for you to have a great skin. That's definitely not going to work. So what's going to work is a single ingredient food like a banana. That would actually help. So less is more when we're looking after our skins. Let's not do too much to the skin. Just have basic routines which are more natural than not. The last question of this discussion room this week is coming in from Jackie. And Jackie was asking, guide me on best foods for a 6-month baby being introduced to other foods after exclusive breastfeeding. Well, for babies, you know, they're just starting on that journey of eating food. They've been so used to the easy way of life, which is just suckle on, you know, the mother's breast to get milk. So as you're trying to transition them into actually eating food, take it easy with them as well. You don't have to give them so much quantities, number one, at the beginning. Then also, you have to make sure that the foods are also simple to eat, because they have been used to a life where they eat they just basically drink. So you need to make sure the foods that you're making for them are also simple to eat. That means be very mindful about the consistency of the foods that you're giving them and also the textures. If you're going to be giving a child a very huge sweet potato or a hard yam, you might be just getting that child to get biased towards that food. So you might want to make maybe a puree, blend it and make a nice sweet potato puree and give that baby until they are ready to actually start biting off of foods and get used to eating other foods. So that's why we're saying make foods as simple as possible. You also look out for bright colored foods because those provide so many antioxidants and beneficial nutrients to boost their immunity and make them stronger. At this point, they really need to be building up on their immunity and also things that are helping with their body development. So look out for bright colored foods as well, but make sure the foods are also very simple and easy for them to eat or drink. Now we will head into our wellness quote that ends our show. But before I go there, how about you connect with me on our social media platforms? Because after this show, I'll be waiting on the other end to chat with you. Let's keep talking about food and nutrition. There's no crime in that. In fact, there's more benefit in that. So my social media platforms are YouTube. You can find my channel called Amanda Twebaze-Nutritionist. Please do subscribe on the channel and don't forget to click on the bell that's right next to the subscribe button. Then my Facebook page name is Amanda Twebaze-Nutritionist, the same name as the YouTube channel. There people are talking, people are having discussions, people are sharing their opinions. Please do not get left behind. Join the community and also be a champion for this nutrition movement. So get down there and just follow and like the page and also ask whatever you have to ask and comment. Well, you can also get me on WhatsApp, send in your inquiries, send in your comments and your feedback. The number is 0782 152610. If you have business, because I'm also all about the business, nutrition business that is, my email address is amanda.chichoncho@gmail.com. Let's look at our wellness quote and see what I leave with you until I see you next week again. So in our wellness quote for this week, the wellness quote is from Walt Disney. You know that famous Disney guy? Yes, that's who it's from today. And he says, "I feel very strongly that the best doctor in the world, the best nutritionist in the world is you." So you're looking for medicine, yes, from people on the outside, professionals on the outside. But the professionals like me, the professionals like the doctors, like the oncologists, whoever health professional you're going to go to, will never do a better job for you than yourself. You are your first doctor before you head on to the hospital or the clinic. You are your first nutritionist because you're the one that does the work for your body. So make sure you take care of you, make sure you value yourself, and make sure you put in the work to actually get better and healthier. Do not think that the words of your health professionals that they speak to you are the ones that are going to do the work for you. It's all up to you, it's all dependent on you. So be your best nutritionist, be your best doctor. So until next week, I can't wait to see you again. Have a very, very merry mood because we're getting into that time of the year when Christmas is knocking. So until next time, take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye-bye.